in my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso. I'm going to pat this all over my eyelid with my finger. And you know this is going to be serving as a base for my eyeshadows. Grabbing my e.l.f. High Definition Translucent Powder, I'm going to use this to apply over the concealer that I just laid over my lids. This is going to allow my eyeshadows to blend evenly. Now digging in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Model Renaissance palette, I'm going to use this color here, which is called Realger. It is a warm orange tone, and I'm going to use this as my transition color. I'm just going to sweep it back and forth above my crease with a fluffy brush. I love cranberry colors for the holidays, so I'm going to take this eyeshadow, which is a cranberry eyeshadow by Makeup Geek. It's called Curtain Call. I'm going to apply this in my crease. I'm going to focus it more on the outer corner of my eye and then sweep it a little bit into the crease. I'm going to use my Sigma Blending E25 brush to apply the color. I love using Makeup Geek eyeshadows because they are so creamy and they're very, very easy to blend. These eyeshadows are super duper pigmented and super cheap at the same time. Now, since the eyeshadows are quite shimmery, I'm going to go in with the matte eyeshadow. I'm actually going to take this one called Vietnam Red out of the Modern Renaissance palette. And I am going to kind of focus this in the crease and also pack it on the outer corner of the eye. It's going to give me a little bit more of definition. Now I'm going to take this white jumbo pencil and I'm going to use it to carve out my crease so that I'll know where I want my eyeshadows to lay. I'm just going to use a flat synthetic brush to apply the white jumbo pencil. Now I'm going to go in my Naked palette and take Half Baked, which is this gold here. It is the most beautiful gold that you will ever encounter in your life. I love this one. I only use my Naked palette just for Half Baked, and I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid with the regular eyeshadow brush. And make sure you're fading out the edges. I'm going to take another cranberry out of my Morphe 35C palette. I'm going to take this one here. It's a little bit deeper than all. And I'm going to pack this more into the crease because I really want it to have a lot more definition. I'm going to use my small taper blending brush by Sigma, the E45. So moving on to foundation, I'm going to blend these two foundations together, which is my MAC Matchmaster and my Urban Decay Naked Skin foundations. I'm going to blend these two together and of course apply them with my Beauty Blender sponge. Today I want more of a flawless look, so I'm going to go in with these two concealers, which is my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso and then my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. I'm going to blend these two together out. So I'm going to apply them in the areas that I would normally highlight. So underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, and a little bit around my mouth. I'm going to blend these two concealers out together with my Beauty Blender sponge. So I'm going to knock out concealing and highlighting all in one step. And plus, it's going to make me look super flawless. Now taking my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, I am going to basically just set the areas of my face where I applied that concealer because I want my makeup to last all day. So I'm going to do a little bit of baking today and I'm going to apply it with my Beauty Blender. So moving back to the eyes, I'm going to take that deep cranberry color that I applied last out of my Morphe 35C palette. I'm going to sweep that underneath the eye so I can go ahead and get some smokiness going on. I'm going in with Half Baked on the inner part of my eye too. Let's go ahead and wipe this setting powder away. Now it's time to contour. I'm going to use my Black Radiance Pressed Powder in Ebony, and I absolutely love this contour powder. I mean, I really don't use anything else besides Makeup Geek to contour. So I am going to contour my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, my chin, all the areas that I normally contour when you see me doing my videos. You know, I was going to take it easy today, but you know, I'm going to go all in for the holidays. So I'm going to be taking my Black Opal Finishing Powder. This is in Deep, and I am going to put this on the bottom half of my face with a large fluffy brush. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used to wipe away my setting powder, which is the Sigma Tapered Face Brush, the F25. And now I'm gonna do a little bit of reverse contouring so my contour will pop extra today. So the remaining setting powder that I have on my Beauty Blender sponge, I'm just gonna cut underneath just to sharpen it up. I'm gonna use a berry blush today, so I'm gonna dig in my e.l.f. Blush palette. I'm gonna use this color here. This is the blush palette in dark, and I'm just going to apply this blush, of course, to my cheeks. So I'm gonna stick with the gold theme today. So for my highlight, I'm gonna be using Becca Topaz, and I am going to highlight the high points of my face, which is my nose, my cheeks, maybe a little bit on my forehead and my cupid's bow. So the lippy that I'm gonna go in today with is by Nika K. It's in the shade Aubergine. And now I'm gonna go over it with ColourPop LAX.